Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Mr. Boss for the win, and what we're going to be talking about today is the probation system that is in Black Ops 2. Now, a little bit about the gameplay. I had never played boot camp on my Mr. Boss for the win account, so on this account, I decided to jump into boot camp where it's half bots, half real human beings. I'm sorry, I cannot tell who the human being is and who the bots are. These guys are not very good that play the boot camp, and I feel kind of guilty jumping in here as an experienced player, just totally beasting on these guys, but hey, what can you do? I had a fun time, and it was fun for a little bit to beast on these kids. Now, what I want to talk about, like I said, is the not prohibition system. What is this? The 1930s and alcohol probation system. So, if you haven't noticed recently, if you've been disconnected from a game, you have most likely been put on probation, where you're forced to sit out for a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But you might have noticed that you did not do anything wrong, but instead were the victim of a host migration or a really bad connection. Still, you were put on probation. I think the reason of this is Treyarch overreacting to their probation system not working for the first 3 weeks. Basically, if you guys didn't know, like, you're supposed to be put on probation if you dashboard like 2 or 3 times, but in the beginning of this game's life cycle, like the first 2 or 3 weeks, I never got put on probation once. Not to say that I ever dashboarded or anything, but I have left a few games midway and I was never put on probation once. I don't think the system worked too well, to be honest with you, and now I think they've gone overboard, making the system completely way too sensitive, and now anyone who is victim to a leave game, whether that be by their own hand or the hand of someone else with a really poor connection, or just not having the proper equipment to host a game, it's a damn shame, because that's really frustrating and can be a giant turnoff to a lot of people when they've done nothing wrong, are put on probation, and who knows, I mean, let's say they get put on probation for like the 5th time in a row, and it's nothing they did wrong, and they get their stats reset. How pissed is someone going to be who would work their way up for a level 6 or who is now forced to restart, basically. That's no fun. No one wants to do that. So my solution is, and obviously this is not going to happen, Treyarch needs to monitor this with people, not by an algorithm, but by actual people. So if you don't know, YouTube gives out strikes if they sense copyright or content that shouldn't be on their YouTube channel or their YouTube page. But those strikes are given out by an algorithm through computers, not through actual people. And I'm assuming that is the same situation for the Black Ops 2 probation system, where they sense someone has left a game or someone has disconnected or been disconnected on, they're going to give you probation. Now, the only way I sense this is a fair situation is to have a human monitor this, or a set of humans, which isn't physically possible. No human's going to monitor at times 500, 600,000 players on at a time to try to prevent people from dashboarding, but in my opinion, that's the only fair way. Or I guess a more realistic solution is have a better algorithm. So someone must determine, like, if they dashboarded or if they were dashboarded on or something along those lines, because it's unfair to people who are the victim of dashboards. I mean, it sounds like a crime, but it is when someone's punished for something they didn't do, and I know that can be very frustrating as a player for someone who gets videos, especially for someone who gets YouTube videos, because whenever you see a host migration or a dashboard, which typically comes after you've gotten an orbital VSAT or a lodestar or a K9 unit, I mean, the dashboarding in this game is ridiculous, and I think that Treyarch sensed that in the very first 2 or 3 weeks of this game, and now they accidentally hit the overboard switch on the probation list. So what I'm looking for in the next update, which is a damn shame because the next update might be 2 or 3 or a month from now on. Who knows when they decide to upload it or update it. Hopefully they get it to a more reasonable level. Maybe they give you a few more chances, because gosh, man, getting dashboarded on and having a host from, either the United Kingdom or Nicaragua or wherever you are in the world, and having it disconnect you is incredibly unfair to those who have done nothing wrong at all. But anyways, guys, this gameplay is wrapping up. I'm sorry if this isn't as interesting as you would like, but I wanted to get boot camp gameplay. As tough as it was to get boot camp gameplay, I mean, look at these bots trying to shoot at me right now. This is totally ridiculous. Anyways, I thought it was pretty funny how the bots and the people interact in this game. But it doesn't go towards your KD, so it's not like I'm like KD monstering off these guys. It was just for fun and just a warm up on my backup account. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, like, subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video.